Hi, thanks for reaching out. I'm carefully watching my email just in case you're still in the library, but I'll make a video where I'm going to cover three. it's, it's a holiday week. I'm going to cover three different approaches where you can work at it from articles from 2010 forward that are scholarly peer-reviewed on socioeconomic status and language development, which actually is pretty straightforward. So the problem won't be finding articles, it'll be narrowing it down. And I'll show you tips on that too. So I'm going to show you the catalog. I'm going to show you databases, and I'm going to show you a specific database that'll help you narrow down. So the first one, first thing you should know is when you go out to the open web and you're doing searching, it'll look at your cookies, your history, it'll have synonyms, and it'll have artificial intelligence built in. So if you misspell something, it'll still kind of like, hey, did you mean this? Or it'll, put all those relevancy things. Because of academic reproducibility and privacy, we don't have any of that in our databases. So if you misspell something, you won't get anything except for the people that misspelled it. So case in point, if I type in socioeconomic, I'll get nothing. Unless somebody spelled socioeconomic. Be that as it may, it's the words that you put in. If a scholar is talking about language development, but they're talking about a particular angle of it, you'll know this better than me. Is there a particular intervention for language acquisition or learning or teaching? You might have to put in those keywords other than just language development. So, or is there like a phase of language development? Maybe it's like the nonverbal, or maybe it's like, you know all of those things. So try those keywords as well. And also, you can always go to the Gemini and say synonyms or related terms for language development. And it'll give you some of those words to try. Hey, I got one right, language acquisition. Woo! So you can use those keywords. I didn't think of linguistics. Okay, so assuming we have some of those, the library catalog is the first place we'll start. That's kind of like a general place that has books and some articles, and it's such a broad scope of subject matter that it's a great place to start. So this will have biology, so if it's like a physical issue with language development, or we have psychology, or we'll have like sociology and culture communities, etc. And we'll have education too. I didn't think about education. I'm writing down ideas as I go. And I can send you my notes. Okay, library catalog, first place to go. Remembering that we can only put in words, let's do economic. Did I spell that right now? I'm like filled with doubt. I looked up synonyms to socioeconomic, but also in like demographic terms. Poverty is a big one, especially if you spell it correctly. There's some other ones like educational attainment, or like how much like wealth and things like that. But it seems like poverty is a great indicator of a disadvantage for language development. So you may or may not want to include that one. But what I did with this or is I'm just putting in a synonym or related term. So I could just do socioeconomic. Actually, let me show you just briefly. If I show you socioeconomic, there's 1.2 million things. If I do or poverty, it should grow from 1.2 to 2 million. So it's just an or will increase your search results. This and over here is where we will narrow it down. Language, oh Lord. Language development. In these databases, I have to put it in quotes, or it'll look for language here and development there, and we'll get a bunch of irrelevant results. But after an and, that means, okay, find everything with this, then out of those search results, look for everything with language development. And it's not looking up the concept again, it's looking up the words. So if you speak any languages other than English, you can put those in too, because we have like Korean, Spanish, Arabic, Portuguese, Chinese. We've got all the languages. Okay, next thing is, since it's getting close to the holiday, we'll just give you like the greatest hits. Peer-reviewed means it's like the top of the line scholarly journals. And the next one is if you go down to the date range, you can say, okay, I want to come from 2015 to 2025. And the reason that there's 2025 is people are calling dibs on articles that are going to be published. So you have 1,118 peer-reviewed articles to work from. A couple of things to know is some of them have full text, and some of them you have to read online, and some of them don't have full text. If you run into any that don't have full text, you can email me, or you can just go to request it at Interlibrary Loan. But I would say if you're in a rush, just look for the ones that are full text. Second thing, short stature in language development. Does that mean that people are not tall? All of these have citation generators. So if you use an APA, this one's it's okay. It's not always correct, but that one's okay. And you can email yourself articles as well. But you just click on the Get PDF and voila. If you get something that says you're not logged in, log in here at the University of Utah. Okay, second place to go. Oh, by the way, when you go into the catalog, it can give you a hint of where you are going to want to look in more focused databases. So social sciences, humans, well, there's no database for that, but life sciences, zero language database, psychology. These are different subjects that you can narrow down to. So again, if you're interested in something a little tighter than the general search, you can narrow down to like life sciences, biomedicine, and it'll still keep you in the peer reviewed and all of that stuff. Okay, next thing. When you are in the library catalog, it searches through everything. If you want to go into just one discipline, databases are the way to go. Some of these appear in the catalog, some of them don't. But you can go by subject. So you can go, so for example, we could do education. So if there's like special ed teachers, or if there's people working with populations, you get the idea. It's all going to show up in this one. So let's try our search again. Economic, or they gave us another synonym. Low income. I haven't heard that one before. And then language development. So now we're only in education. And on this one, you can do the same thing that we did before. You can limit to like the last 10 years. You can say I want academic journals only. Low-income mothers, cognitive stimulation, child vocabulary. And again, these have a citation generator. Okay, I promised you that I would show you ways to narrow down. But first, I want to show you a list of databases, and I will email you this link as well. My favorite databases, I'm social sciences librarian, and I have a guide. Let me show you the social work guide. I will email this to you, but if you go to the PhD and Master's Help, my list of favorite databases are right here. So here's the education full text. So that one's education. This one's related to psychology. Social science premium collection would be many or all of the social sciences. Cinol and Medline are going to be like the physical sciences, but there's some interventions with psychology and social sciences. There's public policy, et cetera, et cetera. I will send you that link, or you can just grab the link right there. Last database that I want to show you is how do we know what the best ones are? If you go to S and Scopus, we'll do our search one last time. And this one we can add a search field. How do I find, and this is what they use in systematic reviews. Language development. This database, you can sort the search results. See, there's 1,700 search results How do we know which ones are best? Since 2015, how do we know which ones are the best? Well, there's this little, there's 911. You see this little number on the side? That is the number of times that an article gets cited. So if you publish an article and somebody else cites it, that's impact. So we can do cited by highest. And then we can say, this article published in 2015 is so important that these 513 articles could not exist unless they cited the information in this one. And I would wager that this one is going to be one of the best ones for what you're going to be working on, because it's like it's been cited so many times. But you can sort by like the greatest hits. You know, when you go into Spotify and you can see the greatest hits, it's kind of the equivalent on a topic. If you wanted to narrow even further, you could say, I only want these things to be in the article title. So I want the main topic to be that. And then, so this is how your faculty will do literature reviews. This is how I do a literature review. And you can see language development, socioeconomic status, all of these are going to be on your topic. Isn't that cool? I love this database. There's no full text in these databases, and there's no citation generator either. So 2 more things. If you're watching this far into the video, if you grab this DOI and go to zbib.org, you can get a citation from zbib.org or zoterobib.org. And those are pretty good. That one looks correct. And then another thing is you look for full text options and you click on this Find It or View It Publisher. I like to Find It because that'll go back to our library catalog and it'll say, hey, do we have this particular article? And we'll say, maybe, try here. And sometimes it works. Oh, it just sent us into the journal. If you run stuck on any of this, send me an email with the citation and I'll help you track stuff down. Whew. Okay, I hope this helps. Reach out to me if I can help further.